Hi, Aquarius. Today we're going to look at August 9th, 2025, and that's the full moon in Aquarius. We'll look at Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at Numerology, Astrology, and the Tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box below, I have links for meditations for each of these tarot cards that I drew for you today. And if you feel seen today, please subscribe and stay tuned for your next reading. Tell me what messages hit home today, and let's talk about it in the comments. I read all the comments, and I will reply to each and every one. So, the sun is changing, so forgive that. Nothing I can do. But we'll continue. Okay, so the number in numerology, the number for that day is 8. And 8 embodies personal power, mastery, and intentional manifestation. So for Aquarius, this number reminds you that your freedom and individuality are your greatest strengths. But they must be grounded in purpose. So today is about owning your unique path while taking aligned strategic steps. So you may find yourself standing at the threshold, ready to leap into something bold and new, but also called to ask, how can I build lasting success with my vision? This number says structure plus spark equals success. So, in astrology, this full moon lands in your first house of identity, self-image, and personal growth, a major spotlight on you. Something about your role in the world, in your appearance, and your sense of self may be reaching clarity, completion, or a new beginning. So let's start with the sun. And the sun is in Leo, so that's your 7th house. That's going to talk about partnerships, one-on-one dynamics. So the sun emphasizes your relationships and how they reflect your evolving self. Are they aligned with the person you're becoming? So you may realize it's time to renegotiate the terms of a close connection or let go of a dynamic that no longer supports your growth. Here's the moon, and the moon is in Aquarius, and that's your first house. So that's going to talk about identity and expression. So this is your moment. The moon shines a soft, reflective light on who you've become and what you're ready to embody next. So you might make a bold change in how you show up. So that could be style, that could be voice, or even career path. It's less about shock value and more about truth. Here's Mercury. Mercury is in Virgo, your 8th house. And that's going to talk about deep insight and power conversations. You're more perceptive than usual and may feel called to express something deep. This is a great time for honest talks and journaling or deep dives into topics that fascinate you. So you might open up to someone about a major transformation you're going through or discover a financial or emotional pattern worth changing. Here's Venus. And Venus is in Leo, that's your 7th house, and that's going to talk about beauty in relationships. So Venus wants your relationships to be vibrant and expressive and reciprocal. If they're not, your heart will know. So you could be drawn to someone magnetic or rekindle passion in a current relationship by simply being seen and adored for who you are. And then we have Mars, and Mars is in your 5th house. That's going to talk about creativity and passion and romance. So Mars gives you energy to express, create, and maybe even flirt. You're bold and witty, but also hungry for authentic, stimulating fun. So you might spontaneously say yes to a date, an artistic project, or a new personal adventure. Yes, please. So let's talk about the tarot cards. And the first one I pulled for you, hi, there you are, is the Magician. And the Magician talks about manifestation and power and alignment. And the Magician is your reminder. You have everything you need to create your reality. This is the card of conscious creation, where thought, emotion, and action converge. So you may be in the early stages of launching a business, starting a project, or reshaping your life. You've done the inner work. Now it's time to combine your skills and act with intention. So here's your advice. You're the alchemist of your own life. Don't wait for perfect timing. You create it. Start where you are with what you have. Then we have the Fool. And the Fool talks about new beginnings and the leap of faith and divine trust. So, the Fool is a fresh start in its purest form. It's about moving forward without needing to know the whole map, only that the path ahead calls to your soul. So you might feel drawn to quit something that's run its course, or say yes to an adventure, or initiate a bold life shift that others might not understand, but you know it's time. So here's your advice. Trust your excitement. Your intuition is louder than fear today. You're not unprepared. You're ready. Here's the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles talks about self-sufficiency and gratitude and grateful independence. This card speaks of a beauty of your own efforts. You've cultivated something worthwhile. Now it's time to enjoy it. Whether that's your finances, your home, self-worth, or inner peace, it's valid and deserved. So, you might realize that you're thriving more than you thought, emotionally, financially, or spiritually. Then this card invites you to pause, to celebrate, and honor all you've built. So here's the advice. Independence doesn't mean isolation. Celebrate your self-reliance and remember, you're allowed to feel proud of your progress. So, now, let's talk about how this day affects Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Aquarius Sun, you're being asked to step into the next version of yourself boldly. The full moon illuminates what you're shedding and what you're ready to create. There's no need to explain or justify, simply lead. So you may decide to fully embody a new identity, start a creative business, or changing your style, or expressing your truth unapologetically. Aquarius Moon. Emotionally, you're in your element, and there's a shift happening. You're more attuned to your needs for freedom and self-trust, and less tolerant of anything that clouds your authenticity. So you may feel an emotional release around needing others' approval. This full moon affirms your right to be fully yourself. Aquarius Rising. You're glowing today. Others see you stepping into a fresh, empowered phase, and your energy is magnetic. You're redefining how you want to be seen, and it shows. So you might update your personal brand, announce a life change publicly, or take the stage in a literal or symbolic way. Here's the summary of what this day means to Aquarius. This is a day of personal power and new beginnings. The full moon invites you to break free from the old and say yes to your new evolution. Your tarot cards confirm that you're fully equipped to do it with grace and power. So the Magician says you have the tools to shape your reality. Use them. The Fool says trust the leap. You're guided. And the 9 of Pentacles says celebrate your independence. It's beautiful. So here's the real life takeaway. Begin something bold. You are more than ready. Trust your instincts and take the leap. You've built more than you realize, so honor it. And here's the advice on this day for Aquarius. This is your reset. Step into the spotlight of your own life. Mix magic with confidence. Lead with joy. And remember, when you trust your power, the universe rearranges to meet your frequency. Thank you, Aquarius. And I hope to see you in another reading. Partnerships and one. It's a long day. You're more perceptive. Okay. you energy to express creative. Let me try again. That sounded weird. Or action converge. What? Boo, beep, boo. I'm gonna get this right. Boo, beep, boo. Okay.